Amanda Nunes taking on Raquel Pennington. Raquel Pennington getting a title shot here down in Brazil, but coming in as a massive underdog. Nunes is a minus 900 favorite in this fight, defending her title for the third time. Last seen in action, taking that split decision over Valentina Shevchenko last September. First thoughts on this, Frank? I mean, the UFC has Pennington ranked number 2. I think the USA Today poll has her at like number 4 in the women's bantamweight division. But this is going to be, she has put together a pretty impressive win streak. She's on a 4-fight win streak. Last time she lost was to Holly Holm, and that was a split decision, if I remember correctly. That was Holly Holm's debut back in 2015. And I think you've said before on this podcast, haven't you held pads for Pennington or something? I seem to remember you saying she hits real hard. Do you ever hold pads?
No, it maybe been around her when she was.
Maybe that was it. But do you think she should be as big of an underdog in this fight as she is, first of all?
Does Raquel no, she didn't train at Jackson's, right?
No, Holly Holm trained down there.
Yeah,
Raquel's from Colorado.
There's another girl that trained at Jackson's, a female fighter, same weight classes, I think, from Canada.
A bantamweight from Canada? Okay. Sarah Kaufman?
Yes.
Yeah.
She hits hard as hell.
Okay.
Impressively, wow,
yeah.
I don't want to get hit by you type thing. That'd be embarrassing.
Okay. All right.
So anyways, go ahead. So Raquel.
Yeah, so Raquel Pennington against Amanda Nunes. Nunes comes in as a massive favorite here. I guess what a lot of people have to be looking at are the 10 KOs on Amanda Nunes's record. Pennington, although she herself has never been KO'd, is much more prone to go to decision. 9 of her 14 fights have gone to decision. So it seems like the odds makers have a pretty firm belief that, to say the least, that Amanda Nunes is going to retain her title here.
Yeah, and I can understand why. I mean, Raquel basically is a stand-up fighter, and she throws. And I thought she actually did pretty well against Holly. She was.
I was at that fight. I wasn't so sure she didn't win it.
Yeah, you know what? It was close because, especially with the criteria of effective damage, it just seemed like even though Holly was tagging her first, I remember Raquel really sitting down and blasting her afterwards. And definitely the third round, I had her winning, So I remember thinking that she won that one, the third round, but yeah, Amanda's just so long and strong and just very good boxer and a great, jiu-jitsu practitioner. So it just seems like that she's good at the things that Raquel's good at, but even better. You know what I mean? And so it isn't like Raquel can sit there and go, well, I have an outstanding wrestling background to maybe take Amanda Nunes out of the striking range, and then even though she does jiu-jitsu, maybe wear on her because the only really knock we have on Amanda Nunes is that we've seen some conditioning issues, which really with her last fight with Valentina, she went 5 rounds. You know what I mean? And I didn't really see her, if I remember correctly, looking like conditioning was an issue in the fight.
Right. No, and that had been a question of Nunes in previous fights.
Yeah, I thought that Amanda Nunes was too much of a Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo type, or explosive world-class athletes, long distance, abilities not so much, and so and she showed that she was able to. I mean, even though the fight was kind of, I think fought at a pace that didn't push her cardio, Valentina just kept backing up, and trying to counter and throw strikes, and it was kind of a much more of a strategic fight, But I think of Pennington, which if you're going to draw Amanda Nunes into a long and test her cardio, you can't let her just be comfortable and fight at her pace because, she's still a well-conditioned athlete. She's not going to gas if she can fight at her pace for 25 minutes. If you want someone to gas, you're going to have to push them outside their comfort zone. And then if they don't have a natural affinity for cardio, you're going to test it. You know what I mean? Whereas if she does have natural, aptitude for that area, like Forrest Griffin is probably the best prime example. He could fight out of his pace and still recover very well because not only does he train hard, not taking it away, but he was naturally born gifted with the ability to have a great affinity for cardio, you know, that ability to just keep motoring on, you know.
Yeah, well, I could see this fight getting really dirty, really gritty. You know, I think that I mean, Nunes has only gone to decision once, or has only gone to decision 3 times in her career. She's only lost one of those decisions,
and she could take a good shot.
Yeah, and
so I mean, I could see this might actually test her cardio more than Valentina did, just because Valentina was trying to fight. She's a very high level striker, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't know, if I was in Raquel's corner, I'd be like, hey, look, she's the champ. You got nothing to lose. Let's draw her into a firefight.
Get in there, make it dirty.
Right, and not that you're going to knock out Amanda, and I don't think Amanda necessarily is able to easily knock her out. But if we can get Amanda Nunes to throw hard for 3 rounds, we might get her to gas in rounds 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to make her throw. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and let her just outpoint you, because Amanda has long reach, you know, much taller and longer than Raquel is, right? That's what my brain tells me, but I guess it's not that crazy. But yeah, 2-inch reach advantage, and only an inch taller. Amanda Nunes' arms just look so long. I mean, that's one thing that strikes me when she, as a fighter, she just has a very long arm range. Her jab and cross. I mean, it seems like you know, it can hit you from a mile away. You know.
Yeah,
due to just great technique. But I think that if I was Raquel's corner, I'd be like, hey, kind of how you did with Holly. When she throws, throw back. We need you to walk forward and, you know, off angle. Let's not take a full right hand to the chin, but let's test Amanda's. But make her fight you. Don't make her outpoint you.
That's going to be your main event down there in Brazil. Do you know how you can tell that they're fighting in Brazil? When they cut to the locker room, everybody's going to be sitting on those white plastic lawn chairs. I don't know why that is.